Welcome in, along with Mike Renner. I'm Steve Palazzolo, and this is your Baltimore Ravens NFL Draft Recap, all powered by PFF Edge and Elite. Mike, coming into the draft, I think you talked quite a bit about maybe the Ravens are going to double down on this run game, building the offense around Lamar Jackson. They didn't listen to you. They went with 2 wide receivers in their first 3 picks. But I think receivers that fit what they want to do offensively. Marquis Brown out of Oklahoma, Miles Boykin out of Notre Dame.
Yeah, I was more just saying they didn't have to address wide receiver. It wasn't going to be a super high value add to this offense with how much they are going all in on this run-heavy Lamar Jackson offense. But if you are going to address the wide receiver position, don't get a Riley Ridley, Kelvin Harmon type. Don't get a possession receiver.
Right.
Get a home run threat. Get a downfield guy. And they did exactly that with Marquis Brown, one of the best route runners in this draft class, one of the most explosive wide receivers that you could have drafted. That's why he was the first wide receiver off the board. There's a little concern about his size, a little concern about that foot injury. But if you get a fully healthy Marquis Brown, I feel confident that he'll pair with what Lamar Jackson does well, and that's throwing the football down the field.
Yeah, when you are running the ball that much, you're obviously going to run play action off that. You want the vertical stretch in the pass game. So Marquis Brown absolutely brings that. He's got pretty good intermediate route running as well. Pretty good after the catch with 17 broken tackles last year on 77 catches. And then Boykin, a question mark as far as what he's actually going to bring from a production standpoint, but he really dominated the offseason testing and put himself on a lot of radars.
Yeah, he's a freakish athlete, and I love his ball tracking ability. He tracked balls and hauled in contested catches at a high rate this past season. Has some really soft hands. I just didn't see a guy who was great at separation, but where they got him in the third is exactly where we would have taken a chance on a guy like Boykin. Doesn't have great after the catch ability, but another guy who could probably win for you down the field with Lamar Jackson. And again, you got 2 wide receivers with some freakish athleticism. That's never a bad thing to come out of the draft with.
The other third-round pick for the Baltimore Ravens, Jalen Ferguson, the edge out of Louisiana Tech. We assumed that they would attack edge at some point. He's kind of a Ravens type of player, more of a power player to set the edge in the run game and try to bull rush into the pocket.
Yeah, he's very stiff. He may never be your complete defensive end that can win to the edge and win inside. He's not that guy. He's going to be a bull rusher, pocket collapser. That's fine. Third round is, again, where we were kind of saying his valuation was. The first round hype on him was just too much. We didn't see a complete type of pass rusher translate to the next level. If you're going to have a tool that you think will be able to succeed at the next level, having a bull rush is a good one for a pass rusher.
As far as day 3 goes, they add a guard in Ben Powers from Oklahoma. But then Justice Hill, there's a lot of rumors that they were going to be adding a running back. He's got some big playability out of Oklahoma State. They've added a ton at the running back position the last 2 years. Again, if you're running that offense and there's some trickeration, getting a guy with some speed that can hit some home runs, not a bad idea.
Exactly. You're going to, just via the scheme there and the offensive line and Lamar Jackson, gives a lot of space for your running back. So get a guy who can succeed in space. Justice Hill is that type of player, exceptional athlete, the best athlete of any of the running backs in this class testing-wise at the combine. So get a guy who can play in space. That's been Justice Hill his entire college career.
One of 3 fourth-round picks. You have Amon Marshall out of USC. Some people in the building thought he was a very good player. Yeah. Really enjoyed watching him at the Senior Bowl, but inconsistent at USC for the highly touted recruit. And then Dalen Mack, speaking of high recruits, former 5-star, was really good as a true freshman at Texas A&M, but just more of a pocket pusher, run stopper type. Has some potential to see the field down the road. That's pretty good for a 5th-round pick.
Yeah, the Ravens loved their nose tackles there. They got 3 different nose tackles there now on the roster. I think he is a pretty much limited sort of guy. He is a bull rusher, run stuff. That is all you're getting out of him. Anything side to side, not ideal on his tape. So in the 5th round, though, that's more than enough. Recruiting anything, getting a guy that can see the field is good enough for me there.
Speed players at the skill positions, power players on the defensive line, and then Trace McSorley in the 6th round. We're going to see a little 2 QB offense with him and Lamar Jackson?
You could. I mean, he's an athlete. You could line him up at running back if you wanted to, or Lamar Jackson running back, him at quarterback. I don't know how you want to do it, but adding another athlete who can sort of give you that look in practice that Lamar Jackson does, run that same offense is good in my book.
Trace McSorley had one of the most inaccurate passing charts of any quarterback in this class, but you saw what he did with his legs at Penn State. So not bad for the 6th round. There you have it. It's your Baltimore Ravens NFL Draft Recap, all powered by PFF Edge and Elite.